Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Why I Do What I Do. And today we're hearing from the fabulous Christopher Davis Shannon and the always brilliant Brad Bordessa. Take it away, guys.
Hello, this is Christopher Davis Shannon, and I do what I do because it brings me joy. And I think that's what we should all strive for in life, is doing something that brings us happiness, no matter what that is. I spend my days performing and teaching music, but that's just the public side that everyone sees. The rest of my day I mostly spend thinking about music and practicing music because it's the one thing in the world that truly drives me and always has. When I say that my career is evenly split between performance and education, I truly mean it at this point, and both sides of that coin bring me such joy. I mean, if you've ever been on stage, there's no feeling like that, I don't think, in any other aspect of life. But on the other side, the joy that education brings and being able to help other people brings a different kind of joy that performing could never bring me in and of itself. I was lucky enough to grow up in a family with a mother that was a musician and a music teacher. And I realized when I was in my mid-20s or so that I'd really taken my privilege of music education for granted so much, when so many of my friends did not have that readily available to them through a school system or through financial means because they could not afford private lessons. And one of the things that I love so much about what I get to do now is I get to make content online and teach people essentially for free all of the things that I wish I had known, and in a way that I know that I learned very well by just listening to music and absorbing those musical concepts. And being able to relate that to other people means just as much to me as every time that I perform on stage.
Aloha, my name is Brad Bordessa. I do what I do because I feel like it is a good purpose. Not in the sense that I was put here to do this, but by me doing this, it brings joy to people. With the ukulele and kind of a little bit more modern musical culture, music has become more inclusive, and I really enjoy being a part of that and being able to share it with folks who otherwise maybe didn't think they would be able to ever play music. And now with the ukulele having so much popularity, and just, I guess, with TikTok and different social media kinds of things, it's become very accessible, and a lot of people are excited about it, and they're not afraid to try music themselves for the first time. And so I really like to be hands-on and help people get a successful start and be able to continue on further in music than they might have otherwise, just trying to teach themselves or whatever, just to give a little bit of guidance so that hopefully the music that is there can become more, as opposed to just kind of burning out and disappearing. The way that I present what I do, I think, has a lot to do with living here in Hawaii, because Hawaiian music is very much individual driven. It's a social thing, and there we have the Kanikapila jam session, which is kind of a social gathering in order to share music, but the actual practice of the music and the execution of the music is very individual. There's not a lot of external help or guidance that's coming in telling you exactly how to play. Everything that you play in Hawaiian music is very feel driven. It's very much about how you as the individual are experiencing the music. So in that sense, I think that it's really empowering for folks to learn in this style, where it's like concepts and fundamentals and an encouragement to express and emote through music. To me, that's really important. And I think that it brings a depth to people's studies in a way that maybe more Western styles of learning music is kind of stiff, and you're supposed to do it a certain way. There's not a lot of room for interpretation, and there's not a lot of room if somebody can't play something a certain way or doesn't feel like playing something a certain way, that's just ruled out as, well, that's not how it is. But in Hawaiian music, there's room for everything that you might feel. There's room for many different styles. And however somebody wants to execute a piece of music is great, as long as it comes from the heart. And on a selfish level, I do what I do because the internet has made it possible to do this in a remote location like Hawaii. It might be the home of Hawaiian music and the home of the ukulele, but it really is far from great amounts of population where a lot of the students might be, which is why a lot of Hawaiian musicians have ended up moving to the mainland to teach over there and to be part of the larger scenes that are possible just because of the population. And with the internet, I'm able to stay here, keep rooted in the place from afar, and still be able to share music across the world and build relationships with people across the world in beautiful ways.
A big thank you to Christopher and Brad for their thoughts on why they do what they do. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. It really helps my channel. And I look forward to sharing more episodes of why I do what I do in the future. Take care.